Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for update 47 of Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. We're going to start off, as always, with a quick sound check. Make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, we have got ourselves a spooky update. But before we jump into that, I thought I would just give you folks a quick summary of what's sort of gone in all this past month into update 47 that you've got to check out. Let's see. We're gonna whirlwind through a bunch of this, and then we're gonna jump in and take a look at the new mode. So remember that we've got our first couple World War II firearms. We've got the P08 Luger in here. Let's just rattle these off quickly. Wonderful. We've got the Webley. Real quick comment, one of the beta testers talked about having trouble shutting this. Remember that the cylinders on revolvers aren't responding to linear force to shut them. They're responding to rotation, which means that you can actually do this quite slow, and it will just close. Cool. Pop a few off of this sucker. Delightful. And we have got the Nagant revolver as well. Far more cumbersome to load, but still enjoyable. Oh. There it is. Beautiful. Cool. We've got that. We've got the new Riot Shield. We, of course, have the M1 Garand here, which I've spent far too much time firing. There's still a few things to do on this that have been brought up over the past couple weeks. Yes, I know I need to add a button so that you can sort of unlock the bolt or prematurely eject a magazine. This should automatically lock back without a button input. It doesn't yet. Still working on it. I got distracted with the Rotwieners update, but this will be completed. Oh. Delightful. And then last, but not least, there is all of the new melee weapons. You'll notice there's a whole bunch of subcategories now. There's some medieval ones, a whole bunch more improvised ones, some garage tools, some farm tools. And along with that, and along with the sort of damage update, remember, there are now two-handed melee weapons. And remember, when interacting with them, what essentially the grip that is furthest towards the sort of business end is the quote-unquote foregrip, meaning that if you want to grip this in its sort of default position, grab the back grip, like this. If you want to be able to set your own sort of orientation relative to the weapon, you want the forward grip, if you're one-handing it. If you're two-handing it, obviously it responds to the angle of your two hands. Whew. And remember, with the new damage update has come some tuning in terms of the way that inertia is simulated with melee weapons. What this means is that what you do not want to do, even though this is the ideal strategy in almost every VR game where you have melee, is you do not want to come up to something and just like rapidly tap it like that. That will not do much damage with this system. You want to make sure that you actually wind up with some good inertia and follow through into your target, and that will do the maximum amount of damage with these weapons. Well, now that we have finished our quick summary of all the sort of minutiae and new items and systems and such that are in Update 47, let's take a look at the new scene. Boom! And we're over in our new spooky scene. So what is Rise of the Rotwieners? Basically, it's a sort of playful action survival sort of experience. It's not, really harsh survival horror the way Meat Grinder is. I wanted to do something more sort of buoyant for this year. And there are basically four simple principles to it. Eat. We've got new power-ups, which are only in this mode for now, but they'll probably be added later. These are, red is health, purple is quad damage, yellow is invincibility, green is infinite ammo, and blue is ghost mode, i.e. the bots can't see you. The four that are sort of temporal last for 10 seconds. The health one fully heals you, and you just eat them when you pick them up. In this mode, Go ahead and grab this hammer. There are areas where loot can show up. So this is on the inside of outhouses, in garbage cans, in coolers, and loot doesn't necessarily fully spawn right when you begin, like it does in some games. It's sort of perpetually updated as you play, so always be searching if you need further equipment. Be aware, though, that spawn locking is allowed in this mode, so unlike Meat Grinder, this isn't a limited ammunition experience. You can pop your mags or your grenades into your quick belt, and you're good to go on ammo for that weapon. Ah! Always make sure to check in the loo. All right, let's go over here. Obviously, shoot or whack are various sorts of Rotwieners. These two are here just for a demonstration. Thank you for aiding me in this demonstration, boys. And lastly, find. One of the things that comes with this mode is that there are a whole bunch of different starting characters that you can be playing in it. 6 of them are unlocked to begin with. Rick the Ranger, Harriet the Hunter, Billy the Boy Scout, Courtney the Capitao, Vinny the Vet, and Zeke the Zombie Killer. Basically, the character that you pick will give you a certain type of quick belt layout and a bunch of starting equipment appropriate to their theme or role. To unlock the rest of the characters, what you need to do is figure out what the criterion to unlock them is, and you will essentially look for clues. So in this case, we have a sign here, 0 out of 10, needs fewer wieners. That's from Ian here, so there's something we've got to do that seems to be about displeasure to unlock Ian, so we'll have to figure that out. And of course, this is for those of you together in the community to try to puzzle through this and figure out what the criterion are for unlocking the other 36 characters. Lastly, we can have music on and off. I actually had it off when I loaded up the scene just so it was easier for you to hear, but I definitely recommend it to be on because it's super goofy and fits the sort of ridiculous tone of this whole experience. Turn that on. We've got narration, and then lastly, hard mode. What is hard mode? Well, basically, as you play with hard mode or not on, the difficulty will go up with time. More wieners will spawn, those wieners will get more deadly, etc. Hard mode basically makes that happen way faster, and it gives the Rotwieners that have guns fast bullets instead of slow bullets. So if you want to jump right in to a harder challenge, I definitely recommend hard mode. So let's go ahead, come over here, and let's pick ourselves a character. Let's go with Zeke here.
Zeke the Zombie Killer has been waiting for this day for so long. He just didn't expect foot logs.
And of course, we've got our wonderful narrator there to set the scene for the character that we're going to be inhabiting. Let's get going. Boop. So as I said, it's a fairly large environment. It's about 3/4 of a kilometer on each side. There's various areas to loot. Zombies will begin to spawn. These ones aren't too smart because remember, we're not in hard mode, which means when you start, they're pretty dumb. They can't see very far and they're pretty slow. But that will indeed change over time. Fantastic. Awesome. Well, I am going to leave you here with some video of me doing a run through, probably with a character on hard mode, just so you can see some of the ridiculousness of it. If you don't want to spoil some of the more ridiculous things that can happen, because believe me, there are, stop watching the devlog now and wait till you can download it. All right? Well, I hope you have fun with this. Just so you know, I'll still probably be pushing 1 or 2 more quick updates to it tonight and tomorrow, because there were a few of the character unlocks that I didn't get in time, because I have been working like crazy on this for the past week, and I'm very tired. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Halloween, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.
Yo, before jumping into the scene, I just wanted to let you know, this mode's a little rough around the edges. It's been effectively game jammed in effectively 6.5 days, including all the sort of writing and pre-design. Everyone here has worked on it, including several of our significant others, a bunch of my other sort of colleagues and collaborators as well. It's been wild and kooky, and the mode is pretty wild and kooky, sort of reflecting the mindset of trying to do far too much in far too little time. It was a scope creep kind of week. But anywho, I hope you enjoy it. Know that the various sorts of, like, any sort of performance issues or little glitches will be polished out over the next couple days. So, hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Peace.
Vinny the vet never really left the army. How will he face going up against these dogs of war?
We're doing Vinny here. He's basically the heaviest armed of the starting characters, what with how powerful this rifle is, the M16. At first, you'll be like, oh, you're kind of overgunned. Well, that's because we're on hard mode, so it gets harder pretty quickly. So let's let's go on the lookout for stuff. I'm going to use dash because, well, I've been up since very early and I'm quite tired. So let's see if we can't find ourselves some more gear. What's this? Looks like, it's just soda. Oh. Anything in here? Nope. It's probably where the soda spawned from. Around. Better knife out. Remember, melee weapons to cycle the poses now is not trigger anymore. It's clicking left or right on your touchpad or joystick. Anything in here? Oh, that looks like something. Looks like we found ourselves a nice little backup gun here. Flare gun. Let's spawn lock that shotgun shell. Remember, always spawn lock your ammo. You're not going to get more of it. Ooh, this looks like that's a far better. Forget you, flare gun. Up we got a 1911 and another 1911, not a mag. Well, that's silly. Guess we'll have to look for the mag. Sometimes the proc gen likes to mess with you. That's a hammer. Always like a second melee. It looks like we're getting snuck up on here. Shoot some wieners. Always watch out for the armored ones, especially in hard mode, because they've got guns and they can shoot a pretty good distance. Oh goodness. Speaking of, so always take that armor out first. Helps to actually use the sights. I'm not getting snuck up on. Alright, let's keep looking for gear. Make sure there's no armored ones. Oh, let's see. Is anything in this trash can? Ooh, here we go. Oh no.
It's a wiener of extraordinary size!
Oh goodness. Use our infinite ammo meter.
Ammo time.
Oh, our infinite ammo wore off. Oh goodness. Probably not going to be able to kill him before the time's up. Oh, there we go. Whew. Got him.
The wieners are in
Oh, we're taking fire here. These zombies are pretty good shots. Well, at least as good a shots as wieners tend to be. Now we shouldn't engage here, we should keep going. There's a whole bunch of loot that is exceedingly rare in the system, so it's always worth it to just keep looking, because some of the toys are, well, I'll just say that they're special. There's even a few that aren't in the item spotter yet. Oh goodness. Oh, getting out of here. Gotta get ourselves a health power up. Anything there? Nope. Oftentimes, power-ups can spawn by the goo. Ah, here we go. Should we use it now? Nah, we haven't really taken any damage. Let's save it. Oh goodness. Oh, now we're taking damage. Let's eat that wiener. Shooting wieners, eating wieners. Just a regular old wiener party here. Need more gear. Good? Nope.
The wieners are restless.
Oh dear. He's letting us know that something else might happen soon. Ooh, here we go. Anything? Anything? Buckus! Loot system is toying with us. Ooh, ooh, here we go. Perfect. Always need those health meats.
It's a nocturnal eruption!
Oh dear. What's going on here? Oh my! That's what's happening. Oh, there's another. Gotta keep moving. Oh goodness. Taking so much fire! Thank goodness we survived that eruption. I don't know about you, but I always hate those nocturnal eruptions. Oh goodness! And shot in the face! And shot in the face more! Oh. And we're dead.